This might shock you, but your daily struggle in the bathroom isn't just part of getting older. It could be a sign your body is begging for a small, simple change you haven't tried yet. If you're over 65 and starting your day sitting on the toilet, waiting, pushing, feeling uncomfortable or even defeated before your coffee's ready, you are not alone. Millions of older adults feel the same frustration. The worst part, most suffer in silence thinking it's normal. But it doesn't have to be. In this video, I'm going to share one gentle trick and 4 other easy habits that have helped thousands of seniors have smooth natural bowel movements every morning. No harsh laxatives, no pain, just relief. Stay with me because your morning routine could feel very different starting tomorrow. Before we begin, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching from and what time of day is it for you? Drop a comment below. I truly care, even if it's just a quiet moment in your day. Your story matters. And if this feels helpful already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on tips that support your health, your comfort, and your freedom. After age 60, many Americans begin to notice something they never expected. It becomes harder to go each morning. You sit, you wait, you sip your coffee, and nothing happens. For some, it takes a full hour. For others, it doesn't happen at all. And the day begins with a quiet sense of discomfort. It's not something we often talk about, but it's a daily reality for millions of older adults across the United States. And here's the truth, it's not your fault, and it's not just getting older. As we age, our digestive system slows down, just like our joints, our reflexes, and sometimes our memory. Your colon, that long winding tube inside you, no longer squeezes and pushes as strongly as it once did. That movement, called peristalsis, becomes weaker over time like a tired muscle. Water also gets absorbed more quickly from your stool, especially overnight, making it harder and drier by morning. So even if you feel like you're eating the same foods as before, your body isn't handling them the same way. Add to that the way most of us live after retirement. You might spend more time sitting watching TV, reading, or relaxing on the porch in Arizona or Florida, but with less movement, your gut gets sluggish too. It turns out your intestines need movement from your body to stay active themselves. Even a short walk after breakfast can help signal your colon to wake up and get to work. Then there's what we eat, and more importantly, what we no longer eat. Many older Americans unintentionally cut back on fruits, vegetables, and water. Why? Maybe your appetite isn't what it used to be, or chewing raw veggies feels like too much work. Maybe drinking too much water makes you worry about nighttime trips to the bathroom. But without enough fiber and hydration, your stool can't stay soft, and your colon can't move things along easily. Another hidden factor is medication. If you're taking drugs for blood pressure, diabetes, or even certain pain medications, they may be drying you out. Some of these prescriptions reduce the fluid in your intestines, leaving you with harder, bulkier waste. Yet many doctors never mention this side effect, and patients are left wondering why things suddenly feel stuck. It's not just about digestion, it's about your dignity, your comfort, and your peace of mind. And finally, let's talk about stress. Something we don't associate with the gut, but we should. Living alone, losing a loved one, managing fixed incomes, these emotional weights are heavy, especially in your golden years. The gut and brain are closely connected through the vagus nerve. When you feel tense, anxious, or overwhelmed, your colon can actually tighten, freeze up, and stop responding. That's why many seniors find themselves constipated, not after a big meal, but after a stressful day or night. So if you're over 60 and finding it harder to go, remember you're not alone, and you're not broken. Your body is changing, yes, but with the right daily habits, you can work with those changes instead of against them. Constipation isn't just about digestion. It's a signal, a gentle request from your body to be cared for differently now. And sometimes the biggest relief comes not from medication, but from a walk, a glass of warm water, and a little kindness. Because here in America, aging doesn't mean giving up. It means learning to listen, and giving yourself what you truly need. Every morning across America, from small towns in Iowa to quiet homes in Florida, seniors wake up hoping for one simple thing: relief. Not from pain or bills or loneliness, but from that familiar pressure in the belly that just won't budge. If this sounds like you, here's something gentle, natural, and surprisingly powerful: a warm glass of water right after you wake up. Not cold, not ice-filled, just warm like the inside of your body. It's a habit as old as time, and one that truly works. You see, after 6 or 7 hours of sleep, your digestive system is still slow resting, not fully awake. Warm water helps stimulate the colon, relaxing the muscles and signaling that it's time to move. Think of it like turning on a gentle faucet inside your belly, one that gets things flowing again slowly but surely. Science calls this the gastrocolic reflex. When your stomach senses activity, it sends a message to your colon to prepare. Warm water works even better than cold because your body doesn't have to heat it up to absorb it. This means it gets to work faster, more efficiently, and without shocking your system. It also helps rehydrate the stool that may have dried out overnight, especially common in seniors taking medications or sleeping with the heat on. Now, some folks in California or New York like to add a squeeze of lemon or a teaspoon of honey. Lemon can support digestion, and honey may soothe inflammation in the gut, but there's a catch. If you have acid reflux, citrus might irritate your stomach lining, and honey may raise blood sugar if you're diabetic. So while these can help, it's important to know your own body and adjust accordingly. Start with plain warm water. 6 to 8 ounces is enough. Sip it slowly while sitting up before coffee, before breakfast, before screens. It's not just a drink, it's a message to your body that the day has begun. And for many older Americans, this one habit has made mornings easier, lighter, and more peaceful. Because sometimes better health doesn't come in a bottle, it starts with a cup. Most people don't realize it, but the way you sit on the toilet could be the very thing making it harder to poop. Across homes in Ohio, Texas, and all over America, seniors struggle each morning, not from what they eat, but from how they sit. The modern toilet is convenient, but it forces your body into a 90-degree position that's not natural for elimination. That seated angle actually tightens the rectal muscles and makes your colon work harder to let go. Now think back maybe to camping days in the woods or childhood summers in rural parts of America. In those moments when nature called, we instinctively squatted knees higher, torso slightly forward. That's because the body was designed to release more easily in a squatting position, not sitting straight up. When you raise your knees, the puborectalis muscle that wraps around the rectum relaxes and the passage opens more freely. For seniors dealing with constipation or incomplete bowel movements, this tiny shift can make a big difference. You don't need to install a fancy new toilet or buy expensive gadgets. All you need is a small footstool, even just 6 to 8 inches tall, placed in front of your toilet. In homes from Seattle to Savannah, people are using simple wooden benches, old shoe boxes, even overturned trash bins. Place your feet on the stool, lean forward slightly, and breathe. That position mimics a natural squat and helps reduce straining, a major cause of hemorrhoids and fatigue during bowel movements. Many doctors in the U.S. now recommend this method, especially for seniors on medications that slow down digestion. It might seem silly at first, but thousands of older adults have written in to say it changed their mornings. In nursing homes in Pennsylvania and senior apartments in California, staff are quietly encouraging this simple shift. Because in the end, better posture leads to better flow and better mornings. So next time you step into the bathroom, take a moment to set up your space with care. A small change under your feet might just take a big weight off your day. In the quiet of a Florida morning or a chilly Ohio dawn, many older Americans begin their day with a heavy, bloated feeling in their belly. They drink water, wait patiently, and still nothing moves. For those living with limited mobility or spending more time sitting indoors, that feeling becomes all too familiar. But what if you could help your body from the outside in with something as simple as your own hands? Gentle belly massage done the right way can stimulate the nerves and muscles of your colon. It's not just relaxing, it's science-backed, especially helpful for seniors whose digestive systems have slowed with age. Inside your abdomen, the intestines respond to pressure and movement just like your joints do when you walk. And when that movement is missing, massage becomes a form of exercise your gut can feel. Start by placing your palms flat on your stomach, right below the ribs. Make small, slow circles in a clockwise direction, the same path your colon follows as it moves waste through. Begin on your right side, move across the top of your belly, then down the left side. Use light pressure, not enough to hurt, just enough to wake things up. The best time to do this is right after drinking warm water in the morning. Your digestive tract is more receptive, then hydrated, rested, and ready for a little help. 2 to 3 minutes is enough. You can even do it while seated with your back supported in your favorite armchair. In assisted living centers across the U.S., caregivers are being trained to use this technique with residents who can't move much. Beyond the physical benefits, there's something emotionally grounding about placing your hands gently on your own body. It reminds you that you're still connected, still in control, still part of your own healing. And for many seniors in America, especially those living alone, that small act of care makes all the difference. Because feeling better doesn't always start in a pharmacy. Sometimes it starts in your living room with a warm glass of water, a few slow circles, and a little faith in your own hands. Somewhere in a kitchen in Oregon or a quiet home in Minnesota, a senior stirs a spoonful of flaxseed into warm oatmeal or a glass of water. It's a simple act, tiny seeds hardly noticeable, but for many older Americans, it's become a daily habit that brings real relief. After age 60, your digestion changes and bowel movements can become slower, harder, and more uncomfortable than they used to be. But nature offers gentle solutions, and flaxseed and chia seeds are two of the most powerful. These seeds are rich in a special type of fiber called mucilage, which turns into a soft gel when mixed with water. That gel works inside your gut like a natural lubricant, softening stool and helping it pass more easily through the colon. For seniors who often deal with dry or compacted waste, this can make a dramatic difference, especially first thing in the morning. It's gentle, it's natural, and it doesn't depend on medications or harsh laxatives that throw your body off balance. The best time to eat these seeds is either before bedtime or right after waking up. At night, they sit quietly in your digestive tract, hydrating and preparing your colon for the morning. In the morning, they act like a jump start, especially if followed with a glass of warm water and a short walk. Just 1 to 2 tablespoons is enough. But there's one important rule: never eat them dry. Because both chia and flax absorb up to 10 times their weight in liquid, they must be soaked before consuming. If eaten dry, they can draw water from your intestines and worsen constipation, especially dangerous for older adults with dehydration risk. Soak them in water, mix them into yogurt, blend them into smoothies, or add to porridge. There are countless ways to enjoy them. Across the U.S., from senior centers in New Jersey to home kitchens in Colorado, more and more people over 65 are turning to these seeds. Not just because they work, but because they feel like a way to care for yourself quietly, naturally, and with intention. Because sometimes healing doesn't come in a pill bottle, it comes from a teaspoon, a glass of water, and a little patience each day. In towns across America, from quiet suburbs in Wisconsin to sunny streets in Southern California, seniors lace up their sneakers for a short morning walk. It's not about steps or speed, it's about rhythm. It's about giving the body a gentle nudge to start the day. And for those struggling with constipation or slow digestion, this one habit can make all the difference, especially after breakfast. Because movement, even light movement, wakes up the colon in ways sitting never can. Here's why. Your digestive system is deeply connected to your physical activity. When you move your arms and legs, your abdominal muscles engage, your circulation improves, and your intestines begin to contract. That wave-like motion, called peristalsis, is what propels stool forward through the colon. It's like giving your gut a morning stretch, a reminder that it's time to get going. For older adults, especially those who spend much of the day seated, this natural movement doesn't happen often enough. But just 10 to 15 minutes of walking, maybe around the block in your New Jersey neighborhood or at the mall in Arizona, can be enough. Some prefer to walk in the backyard. Others use the hallway of a senior center or just circle the kitchen while the coffee brews. It's not the distance that matters. It's the consistency, the message to your body that today is another day of flow. In communities across the U.S., people over 65 are creating their own walking routine solo or with friends. Some time it right after a warm glass of water or after a light breakfast with oatmeal or fruit. That combination, hydration, light food, and gentle movement, signals your gut in 3 powerful ways. And with time, your body begins to remember that rhythm and mornings become easier. This habit isn't about burning calories or chasing fitness goals. It's about honoring your body's need for motion, digestion, and release. Because in America's fast-paced world, slowing down to take a short walk may be the most powerful thing you can do. And sometimes the most important journey of the day is the one from your breakfast table to the sidewalk and back again. In households across America, from New England cottages to retirement homes in Nevada, many older adults are doing their best to stay regular. They eat healthy, follow routines, and try to avoid processed food. But even with all that effort, constipation still shows up uninvited. And often the reason lies in a few everyday habits, small things that seem harmless or even helpful, but quietly work against your gut. Let's explore 3 of the most common mistakes seniors make and why understanding them can change how you feel every single day. The first one is something we've all done before: ignoring the urge to go. Maybe you're out shopping on the phone with your daughter, or just don't feel like walking to the bathroom again. So you wait, you hold it in, you tell yourself, I'll go later. But here's what really happens inside your body. The rectum is like a sensor. It sends signals to the brain when it's time to release. But if you ignore those signals too often, your body starts ignoring them too. This weakens the natural reflex to eliminate, especially in older adults whose nerves and muscles are already slowing down. In the long run, this habit can lead to harder stools, longer toilet times, and even bowel impaction. So when your body speaks, especially if you live alone in a quiet house in the Midwest, listen gently and respond without delay. The second mistake is choosing dried fruit instead of fresh. Sure, prunes and raisins sound like the perfect senior-friendly snack. They're easy to chew, don't spoil quickly, and feel like a healthy treat. But what many don't realize is that dried fruits have had most of their water removed, and that water is key for digestion. Without enough moisture, fiber can actually have the opposite effect, making stool dry, sticky, and harder to pass. Imagine trying to clean a pan with dry oats versus soaked ones. It's much harder, right? That's how your colon feels when you eat dry fiber without enough hydration. If you love dried fruits, enjoy them soaked in warm water or pair them with a full glass of water. And whenever possible, choose juicy alternatives like berries, pears, or fresh peaches, especially if you live in warmer states like Georgia or Texas, where hydration is already a daily challenge. The third habit is drinking most of your water in the evening after dinner, or even worse, right before bed. This is a common issue for seniors in the U.S. who try to avoid daytime bathroom trips. You might skip water during the day, then try to catch up at night. But by then, your digestive system is slowing down for rest, and your colon in particular needs water earlier to do its job in the morning. When you're dehydrated during the day, your body pulls moisture from stool in the colon, leaving it dry and difficult to pass by morning. That's why doctors at clinics across the country from Seattle to South Carolina recommend drinking steadily throughout the day. A cup every couple of hours, starting with warm water in the morning, gives your gut the tools it needs to stay regular. In the end, it's not always about doing more, it's about doing smarter. And for seniors across America, small shifts in daily routine can mean the difference between struggle and ease, between discomfort and peace. because you deserve to start each day with clarity, comfort, and the quiet confidence that your body is working with you, not against you. I hope this video gave you a gentle reminder that your body, even after 65, still listens, still responds with just a little daily care. From warm water to mindful movement, from posture to patience, small habits can bring big comfort to your mornings. And remember, you don't have to figure it all out alone. If you're dealing with specific symptoms or ongoing discomfort, please speak with your doctor. Your care matters and everybody's different. What works for one may not work for another. These tips are shared for general awareness. If you're facing any health challenges, be sure to check with your doctor before trying anything. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Was there something today that made sense for you? Something you might try tomorrow morning? Leave a comment below or just type the word HOPE. It lets me know you're here, you're listening, and you're choosing to care for yourself one gentle step at a time. And if you found this video helpful, go ahead and click subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and maybe even share it with a friend or loved one who could use a little morning support too. Until next time, may your mornings feel lighter, your days move easier, and may your heart carry peace just like a soft sunrise over a quiet American porch. Take care of yourself. You matter.